NBA basketball. Talk about some NBA basketball. A lot of games happen on Monday, but we're only going to talk about 3 of those games, all right? The first game we're going to talk about Celtics versus the Hornets. Now, the Hornets were undefeated coming into this game, and the Celtics, wanted to interrupt that party, which they did. Very entertaining game, went to overtime. We got an incredible dunk by Jaylen Brown on Miles Bridges, who is normally on the other end of the poster. He's normally giving you the poster. This time he was on the poster, all right? But anyways, Tatum had a statement game. He had a statement game. He dropped 41 points. Now, if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who had 30 points, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown play aggressive like this, they can be legit come playoff time. Because you look at their team cannot, I don't think their team will compete with the top teams in the East, all right? But with those two, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, now Jaylen Brown has been aggressive. Tatum has to continue to be aggressive. He has to. Tatum seems to sometimes switch it on and off, all right? Also, Dennis Schroeder had a good game, all right? He had 23 points. He had his best game of the season as a Celtic. If they get contributions from him like that, they're definitely going to be okay this year. Robert Williams III. Now he's a key piece, right? He has 16 rebounds, 6 offensive rebounds, which gives you extra possessions. But he was the only one rebounding for real. Even with him having 16 rebounds, they were still out rebounded by the Charlotte Hornets. So that's gonna be a big problem for the Celtics right there too. Also, all right. So, but the Celtics, I like what they're doing. Let Tatum and Jaylen Brown do their thing and just be aggressive, and they can win some games. They're gonna win some games for you. Now, the Hornets, we see their first loss. LaMelo, 25-9, right? He was 7 for 14 from 3-point line. Even though he was 50% from the 3, I still think he settled for the 3 too much. Only shot 4 free throws. All right. Now, like I always said, when you're a star, you want to get to the free throw line. You want to get to the free throw line. Now, and that's it for that game. So the next game, we have the Nets versus the Wizards. All right, the Nets won this game also 104-90. Now, what won the Nets this game, believe it or not, the defense. The defense won this game, right? They held the Wizards to 34% from the field, 23% from 3, which is really good. Bradley Beal had an off game. So they did a great job, Bradley Beal. And you look at KD. KD had 25 and 13, which is good. 13 rebounds. That's what KD got to do, right? He got to get more boards because the thing is, they are undersized when they play against these teams. Not gonna say undersized, but they don't have the athleticism on their team to gain all the rebounds. Like you look at Claxton. Claxton's not going to give you 10 rebounds on a nightly basis. You look at LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge is not going to give you 10 rebounds on a nightly basis. He could if he played more minutes, but he's not going to play enough minutes for him to do that. So KD's going to have to step up and grab these rebounds because believe it or not, when you get a defensive rebound, it ends the defensive play. So that's how valuable that is. And when you get an offensive rebound, it gives you an extra possession. So rebounds are very important. KD had 13 last night. Dinwiddie, his homecoming to the Nets, didn't go great. He had a poor shooting night. So the Nets did a great job on defense. Now, last game we'll talk about the Clippers versus the Blazers. This was ugly. Clippers 116, Blazers 86. This was an ugly game for the Blazers. Dame Lillard having a bad start this season. You look at his first 3 games. He had 20 points against the Kings. I mean, against us. Now, against us, he was not getting double team like that. He was not getting triple team. He was getting played straight up. Dame Lillard just wasn't aggressive against us, and he had an off night, but he only had 20 points in the loss. All right, and then against the Suns, he had 19 points. I would say that's not a bad game because he only played 24 minutes. It was a blowout. I believe they won by 30 points. All right, so 30 or 20 points, but he had 19. And then last night was terrible. He had 12 points versus the Clippers. 0 from 8 from 3. Terrible. He's getting the Steph Curry treatment, y'all. When you watch that Clippers game, it was time he was triple teamed. And people are playing the Blazers now. They're saying, you know what? You're gonna have to let CJ McCollum beat us. You're not beating us, Dane. CJ gonna have to beat us. CJ, You've been saying, hey, you should be an all-star, all that stuff, right? Prove it to us. You won't have to be there. It's not Dame. And so far, it's been working. So Dame Lillard, this will be the last straw for him. I believe by the end of the season, or even mid-season, they're going to come to an agreement. All right? They'll come to agreement. I believe Portland will come to Dame, and they will say, Dame, listen, Dame, you've been great to us, man. I really appreciate your services. You've been great in our community. I mean, you've been so loyal to us. People have been saying you should leave. You like, I'm planting my flag here. But man, we want to see you win. And it's not going to happen here. I mean, look at the roster. Look at the Lakers roster. Look at the Clippers roster. Right? You look at Denver's roster. You look at Phoenix roster. We don't match up with these guys. We don't match up with them. Right? I don't even think we're better than Dallas. I don't even think there's a lot of teams in the West we're not better than. And I don't think we're going to go far. And I don't see in the next few years nobody coming to Portland and play with us. So look, we're going to do you a favor. Joel Embiid now, they were #1 seed last year. They were really good. All they need is somebody like you, man. And you guys have a big shot to win a championship. And I want to see you win, Dame. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to trade you for Ben Simmons. And not only that, we're going to send some draft picks over. They're going to send some draft picks over also. But we're going to send you guys some draft picks. And we're going to be worse than y'all. So you guys will have some valuable draft picks versus us. We're not going to have that much value in our draft picks. So we're going to send you over there, and we hope the best for you. And then I'm like, shoot, he's gonna be all right, great. All right, he's gonna act all sad. You know, he's gonna be one of them dudes, but you know, when like guys, when you see them skits, when the woman is leaving, the guy's acting like he's sad, and then as soon as you walk out the house, he get excited. That's how Dame's gonna be. They're gonna be like, okay, you know, I really want to stay here. I really love you guys. Soon you walk out that door, he's gonna be like, he's gonna start doing his little dance. You feel me? And he's gonna be excited because he really want to leave, but he already planted his flag. He can't leave. So I think it's the last straw. He's leaving. All right. And then go for the Clippers. I like this team, man. The Clippers have a great roster. Look at their roster from top down. They're very deep. You know, in the regular season, that's what you have to be. Because in the regular season, you have injuries, right? All that stuff, right? And then you need a deep roster, and that's what the Clippers have. So I have the Clippers finishing at third because not only they have a deep roster, they have people like Paul George, who can drop 40 for you. They have Reggie Jackson, who's like a CJ McCollum, you know. So I look at them, and then I really like Zubac. I mean, Zubac, he actually does his job. You know, he's not a great big man. You know, he's not an all-star, nothing like that. But he's a guy I would love to have on my team. He plays defense, and he's a smart basketball player when you give him the ball down the post. He makes the right play every time. All right, so those are my takes on those games. And you know, the Blazers, they got to do something. They hit up Philly. Ben Simmons will be perfect for you guys. All right. So those are my takes, guys. And then I'll see you guys next episode.